language with double negatives. Corrupted discourse is worse than no discourse at all, because in a world with no discourse, there is no harm. But in a world with corrupted discourse, there are many harms. Finally, we observe that when Kant negates the resolved, they are negating a resolution in a way that says, we negate blah 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 should not. It is a double negative, and this is a grammatical mistake. Arguing the contrary perpetuates grammatical errors through society, is a debate key form of promoting discourse, and there are several impacts to this. First, undermining public education. Both English classes and world language classes are practiced upon proper use of the English language, English for obvious reasons, and English translations. With the destruction of language comes the destruction of society. Assuming that communication capabilities are near non-existent, there would be no such thing as an educational facility. Second, isolating America in international relations. By ravaging the English language, Americans will not be able to speak in any languages properly, making international cooperation impossible. Impact A, global warming. National data reveals that currently 395 parts per million of CO2 is what we have. 450 is a threshold after which, according to Columbia University, we cross the tipping point at a 2-degree increase in temperature worldwide. 30% of biodiversity will go extinct. This is problematic because, according to David Diner of the U.S. Military Law Review, this would result in human extinction as humans rely on other species to survive. Without the ability to communicate, to make trees, etc., climate change solvency will just be a dream from a moment ago. Impact B, nuclear war. This unfortunate, tragic incapability of communication, non-nuclear proliferation will be impossible. Why, you might ask? Because without the ability to communicate, we lose the ability to make treaties, and more importantly, lose the ability to translate into Iranian or Korean. This would make a preemptive nuclear strike from either of these countries very likely. Arnold Lee of Notre Dame quantifies this impact by finding that there is a 99% increased risk of nuclear war when you lose clear communication. Barack Obama concurs by saying, government is 99% communication and 1% intelligence. Third, sending us back to the Stone Age. According to Greg Downey of the Neuroanthropology Group, human thought for the majority is not simply the individual outcome or evolved neural architecture, but also the result of borrowing of the immense symbolic and intellectual resources available in language. Essentially, what he is saying here is that the human advancement is only possible through communal sharing of information, only done through language. And if public forum debate, a sanctuary for intellectual thought and information distribution, is promoting grammarless language, this is inevitable. Fourth, there will be absolutely no healthcare system if you accept the resolution as is stated. We must remember that the inception of the modern-day healthcare system was accomplished by the great mind of Hippocrates. The way in which he was able to do this was through asking his patients through his vernacular language with what their symptoms were and recorded it in the same. Ever since we've been using our ability to communicate through language to diagnose and create the healthcare system, if we accept the resolution, the entire healthcare system will cease to exist. As the pro side, we realize that the con side is arguing a double negative and therefore already admits to all of our impacts. In order for con to win this round, they must outweigh all of the aforementioned impacts, including the fact that accepting this resolution would eliminate the healthcare system as we know it and kill everyone who inhabits this world through nuclear war. Even though the actual decision you make as the judge will not directly cause these unintended impacts, remember that the side you pick in this round is the idea that you believe should be implemented within the rest of the United States. Through correlation, you must also include improper grammatical mistakes in this round as stated in the resolution.